APO Group, a leading Pan-African communications consultancy and press release distribution service, plans to launch a free news distribution service. The new operation, called Radio News Release, was launched ahead of World Radio Day on Sunday. Its creation follows a recent partnership between APO and other partners, including the African Union of Broadcasting. Radio News Release will provide soundbites and audio clips to all major radio stations in Africa. Its database includes the work of more than 450,000 journalists covering Africa. Nicolas Pompigne-Mognard is the chairman of APO. He notes that radio is the main broadcasting medium in Africa. For more about the launch of the Radio News Release and its anticipated impact on how the continent's news stories are covered, I reached Pompigne-Mognard via Skype in Lisbon, Portugal.
Sunday, February 13, is World Radio Day. It's an international day coordinated by UNESCO, and APO Group is a member of the UNESCO Global Alliance for Partnerships on Media and Information Literacy, the GAPMIL, and we also have a partnership with the African Union of Broadcasting, which is a professional body of representing televisions and radios in 52 African countries. And so the World Radio Day is an excellent opportunity to remind ourselves that even in today's worlds of digital communication, internet, social media, radio reach more people than any other media platform on the continent. And the reason for that are quite simple. In fact, we have to keep in mind that less than 50% of Africans currently have access to the internet. We have to keep in mind that less than 50% of Africans currently have access to electricity. Well, the only way for you to stay informed and to receive news on what is happening in your community, your country, and the world and in Africa are in fact radios.
We all know that radio stations represent a hugely significant and largely untapped cross-section of African media landscape. Talk to me about the importance that radio still plays towards Africa's economic development.
In some part of the continent, again, radio is the only way to stay informed. And if you think about, for instance, COVID, there was an announcement either made by the Kenyan National Bureau of Statistics, which released a report stating that 82% of Kenyans receive the majority of the information about COVID from radio stations. So, I mean, when it's come to development of the continent, when it's come to education, when it's come to making sure people are getting informed, our message on Radio World Day is to remind the PR community, but also government and everyone which is making announcement and communicating toward the population that radios, again, in the time of the internet and digital world, radio remain an untapped way and a very efficient way to reach the entire African community.
I understand that the APO, your organization, recently joined the UNESCO Global Alliance for Partnership on Media and Information Literacy, working towards ensuring all Africans enjoy greater media literacy and have access to fair and accurate information. Share with me a little bit about this partnership.
Well, GAPMIL is a coalition, if you wish, which is put together by UNESCO. And the coalition really took its sense during the pandemic to fight the infodemic. Media literacy is one of the most efficient ways to fight fake news. It in fact gives individuals the skills to interpret, to understand information, and to think critically, both on online and offline, so they can spot misinformation. So it's making African population more educated, and basically how to teach them how to use the media.
Radio consumes a specific type of content format, sound bites, audio files. How is APO Group positioned to provide access to authentic radio content to the millions and millions of broadcasters on the continent?
Well, it is the announcement we are making today. Today, APO Group is launching a new service which is called Radio News Release, and that service is intended to radios in Africa. As you may know, APO Group is distributing content for free to the African media and to all the media reporting on Africa. We are providing content for close to 15 years now. APO is going to celebrate their 15th anniversary in October. And so we are providing text, image, video, and sometimes sound bites to the entire media landscape. But now we are creating a specific service dedicated to Radio News Release, which would guarantee that radios in Africa and reporting on Africa will have free access to audio files, soundbites containing quotes from prominent business figures, update from African government and public institutions, but also sport, because as you may know, APO Group is a Pan-African public relation agency of FIFA, the NBA, the Basketball Africa League, the French football club Olympique de Marseille, and more. And so we're going to bring audio files, which is the exact format the radio needs to do their work for free. We're going to provide that for free to, again, African radios and radios and radio reporting on the African continent. And everything will be free.
Nicolas Pompigne-Mognard is the chairman of APO. He spoke with me from Lisbon, Portugal.